it's more like it's not I have to. It's just like the way I am. It's because I get like people that like people knowing that I watch YouTube, that I do YouTube videos, and I'm doing them right now. So I'm gonna do my movie, not recommendations, because there's DVDs that I have. I'm doing just the Blu-rays. Why do I talk so awkwardly? I'm just doing Blu-rays just because it's the best way to pace it, and I don't know. I don't know why I'm just doing my fun movies, because it's kind of weird to not do that. I mean, there's already like 100 movies here, I'm sure. You should see the pile of them. It's like, it's gonna take forever to put them all back. That's the one thing I hate doing, is put them all back. It's like so annoying. These aren't recommendations, really. It's not recommendations, it's ranking all my Blu-rays. There we go. In no particular order, though. So it's just ranking all my Blu-rays. Because if I did with the DVDs, we'd be here all night, because they have, like, I would say I have, at the very least, 200 movies. Alright, this is why I didn't rank, this is why I didn't do recommendations. Because while I like this movie a lot better than other people do, if I found out that this version, this is like the first edition, if I ever found out that, I don't know why it would ever be worth something, but if I found out it was worth something, I'd sell it in a heartbeat. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, and there's nothing that entices me to want to watch it again. This one is really funny. The first 20 minutes or so, like if I rewatched it, I'd probably skip the first 30 minutes, because it's kind of the worst part of the movie. It's, I don't know, maybe I changed my mind the second time I watched it. It's also one of those movies I find kind of funny that on the Blu-ray, they give you deleted scenes on the DVD. On the Blu-ray, alongside with the unrated version, which a lot of movies do that. They'll only have the director's cut, unrated cut on the Blu-ray. But sometimes they don't even have deleted scenes on the DVD, but they have both on the Blu-ray and the DVD. But the Blu-ray has more deleted scenes than the DVD. I found that kind of funny. So it's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure, because it's a movie that a lot of people like. It's well reviewed, but it's what I consider a grandma movie. Breakfast with Tiffany's. I've had that Moon River song stuck in my head last however long it's been since I've seen it. It's a really damn good movie. It's one of those movies I didn't think I'd like, because of the way that like older movies have paced, like the way older movies are paced. And again, it is a grandma movie. It's a movie your grandmother probably watched all the time. I know my grandmother has seen it. Blade Runner. This is by far this is one of those movies that people don't seem to like a lot. I'm talking like the audience members who watched Endgame for the 50th time today. You know, those kinds of people, stupid kind of people, so to speak. People that want to appreciate movies like this. Guys, Avengers is in this recommendations, and I review it positively, so don't think I'm one of those kinds of people. I don't know why I thought I didn't have Avengers. I know, and I only have the first two. I don't have the next two. I don't like to buy Blu-rays a whole lot anymore, just because they're so damn expensive, and I'd rather get a comic. Speak of the devil, Avengers. I want to watch this one again. It's been so long since I've seen it. I think like with Guardians of the Galaxy, which I hadn't seen in a long time, and I watched it again, and like everything I forgot. I love those kinds of movies. You don't see the ones that you won't see in a long time, but there's a bunch of stuff you don't remember in it, whereas you'll see in a movie and you remember everything. And I mean, like, you've seen it, like, you know, it's the same amount of time, like, say, a year. Depends on years. It's been a year since you've seen this movie. Some, you remember everything, and others you don't. And Guardians of the Galaxy and presumably Avengers will both be like that. I don't know how long it's been since I've seen the first Avengers again. Before. What? I don't know. I think I only saw it once. I'm not those kinds of people that will rewatch movies a whole lot of times. For some of them I will, but For longer movies like that, I won't. It's because 2.5 hours is a lot of time for me. And it takes me a lot of willpower to talk about Batman. I've only seen the first one. A lot of these, these are all ones I've seen. And the first Batman's obviously good. I don't think I need to say that. Now, this is the animated series. I haven't seen all the episodes of the animated series, but the ones I've seen and the movie, The Mask of Phantasm, they're all excellent. And I suggest that I recommend that you get this. Not this one specifically. It's expensive. I think it's already out of off of Amazon Prime. So you have to get it from like third-party sellers. It's on Amazon. You just gotta get it from like these third-party sellers. So it won't be like 2-day shipping. Even though it's already not 2-day shipping, but you'll get it later. That's what I mean. This is probably my favorite Angela Elbert movie. Yeah, I like how Kevin Spacey's in it. I can bet you any money that there has been some sort of petition to get him removed from any further printing of the Blu-ray. Because I'm sure, I know they have like a not Funko, but Pop vinyl, not Funko Pop vinyl, but Pop vinyl. It's not Funko Pops, but it's like, if I was any less lazy, it's not laziness, it's really just the fact that you guys aren't watching my fucking show. My YouTube channel. And again, like, I appreciate the people that aren't bots that watch my videos, obviously, but I kind of need more than one comment that I'm sure is a bot. But I'm not sure if it's a bot, because there's 3 comments, 2 of them are bots, and I'm not sure about the third one. Anchorman 2, one of those movies I still liked. It's not as good as the first, but it's not like as bad as people say. It's probably one of those movies that I have to watch again. I will admit that 2.5 hours is way too long for a movie, and I get that it was the extended cut, and that's like everything that they, I guess, agreed on that was good. Because I'm sure that movie was probably as a 4-hour cut. But it was like everything they shot was 4 hours, and they trimmed it to what was actually good, and that was a 2.5-hour long movie. But yeah, 2.5 hours is way too long for a comedy movie. A Monster Calls. Not as depressing. It's depressing, but it's not like... I've seen more depressing movies. It literally just say... Yeah, includes digital code, whatever. And it says plays on mobile devices. Thank you. Thanks for telling me that for a 2017 or 2016 movie. That's like a movie doing that now. Like, obviously I know how that digital code works. This is a company that has done that before. I know they have. It's so funny. But yeah, that was good. It's not as depressing as people say. So it's easier to get through. So I recommend it more than I would recommend something like We Need to Talk About Kevin, or Room, which were both super depressing, and like it's one of those movies that you're like, why am I watching this? Well, it's really good performances, obviously, and they are both good movies, excellent movies, probably both better than Monster Calls, in my opinion. But it's like that's not it's saying because I mean I like all 3 movies, but you know what I mean. Werewolf in London, pretty good movie. A lot of these don't have a whole lot to say about, but I don't like. I don't like one of the plots. This might have a lot to talk about. This is one of those movies that I put upside down. This is one of those movies that is extremely hard to get through, but when you get through it, it's excellent. There's the dinner scenes I have watched on repeat on YouTube so many times that I'm like, well, why don't I just pop in the movie? It's one of those think pieces too. It's thought-provoking. What the worst part about stacking them all is you hit it very lightly and it'll all fall. But it's easy to prop it up. And this is another one, like the Batman one, where I've only seen so many of them. I've seen one of these. I've had this for 3 years now, I think. Come this Christmas. I think it's been more. I don't know if this is intentional right here. Cover that up. I've only seen Psycho. That's the only one of these I've seen. Like with Breakfast at Tiffany's, I am kind of reluctant to watch anymore because of how dated I feel like it's gonna be, which makes me like the worst kind of movie reviewer because you're supposed to like older movies. I'm not one of those kinds of people. Obviously, I got this for a reason, but I don't know. It's just I feel like I have to be in the mood for a lot of these. Next one I want to see is either Rear Window or North by Northwest. See how many are in here. This is a pretty good one, but they missed out on a lot of good ones. They missed out on Emma's for Murder, and there was another one that has a Criterion collection, which I want to get. Oh, A Man Who Knew Too Much. Whenever I think of that movie, I think of the Simpsons episode, Vertigo. The Birds. A lot more of these than I thought there would be. I don't know why they can't just have like when the director has, because they have like a 200 movie collection of Warner Brothers movies, so I know it's possible to do all of Hitchcock's films that are available on home media. So because I'm sure that there are some that have been lost in time because of how old some of them are. I'll put it here. Just gonna start my controversial opinions. I thought this was just okay. Just one of those slow burn movies. This is the same guy that directed Logan, which I loved. So that's a spoiler for the next one, but I'll have more to talk about then. Just I like this one, I like that one, that one. 12 Years a Slave, another one that's hard to get through, but it's well worth getting through because you get a damn good movie. It's not just racism bad like Green Book was. Although to be fair, that Green Book movie has one of the best trailers of the year. So I was watching it the other night, that trailer, and I kind of wanted to watch the movie again. Like I totally forgot that the movie was just kind of mediocre. It's my favorite Spider-Man movie, next to Spider-Man 2. I do not have the trilogy, the original Raimi trilogy on Blu-ray, and I want to get it even though I have all three of them on DVD. That should tell you how much I like those Raimi movies. This is one I had to get on Blu-ray, and I'm glad I did because they have the alternate cut, which I liked, but it ran for a little bit too long. The voice cracked. There was no real. I'm glad they had it in there, but I'm also glad they cut it. I think it was also because they didn't. I wish they had finished the animation. Have been impossible to do, but it's not just that they finished the animation. Sometimes I'll have like the unfinished 3D stuff, and then they'll do like the unfinished drawing, like the storyboard things you'll see in like other deleted scenes. Again, if I had editing skills, I'd put something there and show you for example. Spider-Man Homecoming. Oh, I do not have Far From Home. I have it on. I downloaded it. I recorded it when I had Showtime or HBO, whatever the hell I had, for a free weekend. So I'm not getting that. You're not getting Blu-ray. I'm not wasting money on that. This was pretty good. I liked that. I have a lot of problems with it. I don't think that they really nailed the Spider-Man character like they did with the other Raimi trilogy or whatever. Amazing Spider-Man 2, the worst Spider-Man movie, but still entertaining. But entertaining in a bad way, like it's so bad it's a good way. It's not one of those movies I'd recommend unless you know what you're getting in for. Going in for. And the first Amazing Spider-Man, which I like a lot more than people, and a lot of other people. Sicario. I've only seen the first one, which is right there. I wish I had a digital code for both. I don't know why they don't. I like that one. It was definitely one of those underrated movies. No one seems to talk about either movie as a whole lot. Of course, like the movie reviewer people do, but like no one seems to remember it that much. There's no like it's a huge cult following, but I don't know. Shaun of the Dead. I like Baby Driver a lot better, and Zombieland a lot better. If you're going by zombie movies, Edgar Wright was the director of Baby Driver. Also directed Shaun of the Dead. That's why I said Baby Driver. Shape of Water. One of those movies that, like, one of the very few movies that have come out in recent years that I agree that should have won Best Picture. But one, Green Book won. So yeah, I didn't agree with that one. And then I think I think Parasite won. That's right too. Not a big foreign movie guy. I don't like reading movies. It's kind of stupid. Sorry. Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm not basic. I'm one of those basic people that like doesn't like old movies. Just I feel like I have to be in the mood to watch an old movie to enjoy it. You know. Searching. Probably my favorite one of my favorite top 10 favorite movies of that year. Let to Be Cops. I got this for $2. It was worth it. I liked it. But if I had to pay any more, I wouldn't have felt like it was worth it. One of the very few movies I found on Blu-ray that was that cheap. They weren't in the dollar store. If you have been on my channel for like a long time, like almost a year ago now, I told you guys 2 movies that I found at the dollar store that weren't that bad at all. They had Her, too. That's how it was one right by the AMC Kingsborough one, so it wasn't too far from my house. It wasn't like it was like 40 miles away. Nerve. One of those teen movies that I haven't watched it in a long time, but it was good for what it was. I'm not ashamed that I have it in my collection or whatever. Patriots Day. The 2 Boston Marathon movies, I like that one a lot better than Stronger. It's one of those movies that, like, another one, like, where I watched that, just that scene with, I think we got the Chinese guy, I think he's Chinese. He gets kidnapped by the, 2 Boston bombers, and he's, like, those tensions. I watch that scene from time to time. Won't analyze it. I'll just watch it. Like, it's a good scene, not one of those analyzer people's. Ready Player One. And the one I think it gets a lot of hate. Like, yeah, it's just 80s references, but it's more than that. It's not perfect, but I liked what they did with it. Poltergeist Extended Cut. Guilty pleasure for me. I know it's awful, but I like it. I don't like it, but like it wasn't as hard to get through as I thought it would be. Not because it was the subject matter, but just because it's awful. I thought it'd be a lot worse than it was. That's probably why I ended up liking it a little bit. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, not as good as the first, but the soundtrack is really good, and it's one of those movies that I saw the first time, didn't really like it. Saw it for the second time and liked it a lot more. Hacksaw Ridge, another one I need to watch again. I don't know why I haven't, because it's so damn good. It's funny that Andrew Garfield, who played Spider-Man in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, is in there. The Hangover Unrated. I don't know why I specified that. It's one of those movies that I kind of feel like is a little overrated. And yes, that's the director that directed Joker, which is not on my Blu-ray at all. Hell or High Water, another one I just don't understand why people like it so much. It's good, I like it, and it's probably one of those movies. Every movie that I say that I didn't like as much as other people did, I think I need to watch again. So, I may do a second viewing. This one is actually one not a lot of people seem to like, so I didn't like it either. But not enough to sell it. Good Morning Vietnam, pretty damn good. I don't remember a whole lot of it. I definitely need to watch that one again. Gran Torino. I haven't seen a whole lot of Clint Eastwood films, but if his films get better than this, then I'm all for it. It's a damn good movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. A lot of these are. Get Out, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Uh, I kind of want to get Us on Blu-ray, but I remember that's at the library. Keep stuttering. I saw that. That was good too. Um, enough for me to want to watch it again. This one is a weird one. It's one of those movies that I don't think anybody remembers, and somewhat for good reason. I don't remember a whole lot of the movie, just the ending, which surprised me. I didn't think they would do what they did. I guess I should have expected it, but for a movie like that, I didn't expect them to do that. So one of those guilty pleasure movies. This one's just okay. Obviously not as good as Finding Nemo. This is not as scary as people say, but see, with The Shining, I watched that like late at night, and it scared me because it was like late at night, you know, it's pitch black outside, and it's about the hotel, so it's like you kind of like that nervous feeling. And this one I watched late at night too, with the lights off and everything, and I wasn't that scared. Maybe it was because I wanted to watch the original version. This is the director's cut. I wanted to see the theatrical cut, and I saw it and it was free on IMDb TV. So maybe the commercial interruptions kind of messed with the whole vibe, I guess. Eighth Grade, underrated. As one of the most underrated movies of that year, and maybe even of all time. So damn good. Not as good as this though. I just dropped it. Edge of 17. It's one of those. I like chick flicks. Some of them. See, but the ones that like Edge of 17, 8th Grade, and Bridesmaids, they do something different. They don't just market it towards girls. They market it towards a wider audience. It stars ladies, and it's obviously a chick flick, but guys can enjoy it too because they know it's talk about fashion and goes to the mall and talk about boys all the time and do makeup tutorials or some shit. I don't know. How to Train Your Dragon 1. I like that they specify that. Alright, that's a good enough angle. If you upside down, it's gonna be even worse. And it's getting worse. But I like that I specify that. What more can be said about that movie? It's one of the best animated movies of all time. And I wish DreamWorks had made anything better. I had still made movies as good as those two movies. And as good as the third one, let's be honest. But they're not. This one is the last good Illumination movie. And even that one wasn't too great. I like the second one better. First one's good, but yeah, I like the second one better. I don't know where the other one went. But I've seen the first one, and I have the first one on Blu-ray, so if you want to get it for $5, I have it on my White page, which is my old Simpsons fan in 1989, 89 forever. Speaking of The Shining, this is a sequel. I'm so glad I got this. I do not regret getting it. I've seen the theatrical cut. They have an extended cut. That's one of the only reasons why I got it on Blu-ray. That, and I like The Shining so much that I wanted, and this movie so much that I wanted to get it on Blu-ray. It's probably the best Stephen King movie that came out in 2019 adaptation. It Chapter 2 was good, and I even liked Pet Sematary. But I wonder if they'll be leaving soon, because Pet Sematary, all three of them, the original Pet Sematary, that sequel that no one asked for, and the remake are all free on Prime, and they're all WB movies, I believe. So, because HBO Max launched, I wonder if those will be leaving soon. Don't Breathe. Haha, funny, I told you not to breathe. He won't breathe. Haha, what a funny joke. Underrated. Not a lot of people seem to talk about it anymore. I talk about best horror movies and what have you. BlacKkKlansman. Not as hard to get through until the ending as American History X was. Damn good movie. I highly recommend it. Especially in these times. Batman v Superman, probably the worst Batman movie I've ever seen. Even the Ultimate Cut I didn't like that much. It was just too long. But it's also one of those movies that had to be that long. So, give them the credit for at least give them that. Lego Batman, Just almost as good as Lego Movie. Almost. I have that in my collection. Ugh. So damn good. I might double dip. Double dip. Because I feel like double dip means you're getting the better version of this. There's a Blu-ray that has the Criterion. It's the Criterion collection that has a lot of deleted scenes. Oh, here's Die Hard. Sad. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I wanted to get every movie I've seen at least once, no matter how long it's been. So damn underrated. You guys have got to see this. Yeah, I'll put it to you. Yeah. Here, there you go. So damn good. Underrated too. Despicable Me is not as good as that one. Terrible. Really damn good, and the extended cut is just as good, and it's also one of those movies that I don't know why people don't talk about a whole lot anymore. Like, I get it, it's not one of those movies that begs for it, it's not one of those movies that, they just don't talk about. I really don't get why they have the Love Victim on. It seems like the same thing as Love, Simon. Damn good movie. It's very Fault in Our Stars. I don't know why that reminds me of that movie. It's got to be by the same writer or the same director or someone involved. It's got to be had to have been involved in Fault in Our Stars. Not as sad. Not nearly as sad. It's one of those teen movies that I guess I still enjoyed as much as I did the first time. Best X-Men movie. Also underrated, and it should have won the Oscar, or at least been nominated. One of the most surprising movies, animated movies of all time. It's all right. I need to watch it again. I like the jazz. I like the music. Everything else, it was just like, it's all right. Kubo and the Two Strings. So damn underrated. The studio is underrated. Everything about this movie is underrated. I don't know why those movies always bomb at the box office. I know why, but I don't get why. It was good. Good enough. I like Kick-Ass and the comic a lot better. Kick-Ass is also directed by Matthew Vaughn, who directed those two movies. I'm so reluctant to see the second one, The Kingsman. Underrated. I haven't seen it in a long time, so my opinions might change. I doubt they will. It's gonna be a bitch to put all back in. I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm probably gonna put it off to the side and do that tomorrow morning. It's pretty late. 22 Jump Street, one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. I like that scene where Schmidt fucked the captain's daughter scene. I liked it enough to get to record 21 Jump Street when I had, like with Far From Home, when I had the shit on the what's that IFC? Don't remember. Because IFC does everything is like uncensored, which is the way to go for TV, for movies on TV. Jungle Book is alright. I'm one of those people that I'm also one of those people that doesn't like those live action Disney ones. And I haven't even seen the original Jungle Book, so I'm not like, it's wrong with the Jungle Book for me. I've heard the original Jungle Book is not really that great. John Wick Chapter 2, not as good as the first one. Still pretty damn good. First one is excellent. Isle of Dogs. I have committed a movie crime. I haven't seen Fantastic Mr. Fox yet. I wanted to get the double collection. It was a 2-pack. It came with this movie and with Fantastic Mr. Fox, but I just got this. But I'm glad I just got that. I'm glad I just got that. I'm glad I just got that. But I'm glad with what I got, because that's a damn good movie. Also an underrated movie. I like the alternate ending got a lot better. Makes a lot more sense, and I don't know why they didn't just put. I think it was actually screen audiences, the screen audience, test audiences. They didn't like the original ending, which is like why. But what more can be said? I like all of them, but the Mockingjay Part 1 is probably the weakest. Yeah. I like with Angry Birds, I don't know why I have it. This one's not that bad. It's not great. It's not bad either. I think people give a lot more shit than it deserves. What did I play that? I don't know. Damn good movie. What can we say about that one? I reading a lot of the older Superman books, and they're so damn entertaining. It's just so there's the best. I think exactly what I wanted to get out of it. Taken 2. I liked it a lot less the second time than I did the first time. Thank you for your service. Damn good movie. And What's Your Face doesn't really ruin it. Amy Schumer. She doesn't ruin it as much as people say, but it is kind of distracting because of everything that she's known for. But as you can say about Kevin Spacey, I think Kevin Spacey is 100 times worse than Amy Schumer. Tell you that. The Call, so damn underrated. I don't really get why people didn't like the ending. I get like it's not one of those things that is best. Oh my god, I saw you 31 minutes. I'm surprised my iPad is still recording it. Alright, I'm gonna go fast. So yeah, I get why I didn't like the ending because it's a controversial ending, but that should not hinder a movie. But there's one coming up that I will admit that does kind of hinder my liking of the movie because the ending was so bad. To Kill a Mockingbird, another one of those old movies that I am just like, wow, that blew me away. Steven Spielberg, I have seen Duel, kind of a weird one, but good for his first one. Jaws, what more can we say? It's awesome. E.T., amazing. Jurassic Park, also amazing. He needed way more in this. Again, I don't know why they didn't have Close Encounters of the Third Kind. They were fine with doing multiple movie distributors, so there's no excuse. So damn good. I love I love their songs. Even though I want to listen to one. I don't know why. Another controversial opinion. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but when I saw it, I liked it. Got me into these. I like them. I haven't seen Return of the Jedi. I'm kind of reluctant to see it, which is kind of weird because I saw Rise of Skywalker and Last Jedi, and those are absolutely awful. Even I can say they're absolutely awful. I'll admit. Stanford Prison Experiment, underrated. Which means it's good. So damn good. So damn good. If you haven't seen this, you gotta see it. A lot of these you gotta see. Not as good as people say, but still pretty good. It's gonna take forever to upload. Not as bad as people say. Still pretty bad. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. I get so frustrated. Like I want to just like kick them all over and just like throw them at the wall. It's so annoying. But yeah, another pretty good one. I understand why people didn't like it, and I agree with that. But it's one of those movies that the downsides didn't piss me off as much as it did with other people. So damn good. The sequel was awful though. One of the very few documentaries I've seen all the way through, or I don't know, start documentaries and just not watch them all. I'm not a huge documentary guy, but I will highly recommend this one. And the Tom Hanks one, too. We don't like documentaries. This is the movie I was talking about. I would give it an 8 out of 10, but the ending kind of ruined it for me, so 7 out of 10. But much better than any of the other DCE movies at the time. Shazam is probably my favorite, and/or Birds of Prey. But Birds of Prey has a whole behind-the-scenes shit, which I don't agree with. At all. I don't know why she did what she did. But, no, I'm not her. Underrated. Go see it. It's so damn good. I don't know why people don't like it. And, okay. The end.